right, so part C, which is what we're on now. In the previous video, we did a production budget here in part A, and then a purchases budget in part B. Part C is pretty easy. Then we checked our answer, and so we got those two right, but we didn't have anything here, so it's telling us that we have it we don't have the right answer. So do note that this is a manufacturing cost budget. So this is not necessarily, this has nothing to do with cash per se. We're just talking about costs. Okay. And because we're just dealing with January, we can go over here for our direct materials, and we know a couple of things already. That's why this is fairly simple. We know that we have production requirements of 11,000, and we also found out in part B that or we just carried this 11,000 over here. So for part C, when we talk about cost, we're talking about costs incurred, not necessarily anything to do with purchases or cash, anything like that. So let me get this where I want it here. So for direct materials, we've got our 11,000 here. And then in the scenario, we know that they're $12 a piece, and they're also $12 per direct labor hour. So we can multiply that by 12, and we come up with 132,000. And so we should be able to plot that for both direct materials and direct labor. And then just scrolling up here, this is based on 11,000 production units for the period. Let's see here. Variable manufacturing overhead is $6 per unit. So that's just 6 times the 11,000 units. So that's 66,000. All right. And then our total variable costs are just these three numbers. Okay, so we've done these two, and then we've got 132 one more time. Okay, so 330000. Okay, and then fixed manufacturing overhead, I believe they just gave us that figure. They did $34,000. And so now all we have to do to get our final answer is just add 34,000 to the 330,000 that we already had, and we come up with $364,000. And now we're going to check this. Hopefully that's all correct. I always default back over to part A for some reason, but not a lot to that there, so no surprise that we got that right. All right, part D is coming up.